G'day, welcome to the show. Soul Covers back here, back after another rough night. We went 1-2 last night. We had the Pistons -3.5, which was a no sweat winner against the Spurs. Look, definitely looking to fade the Spurs until the market catches up. They're not going to be playing well without Wemby. We lost with Minnesota +4.5. They lost to the Rockets by 6. For some reason, they gave it to Naz Reid to shoot a fadeaway 3 on the final possession. Like, what was I watching? But last one we had was Memphis -1.5. Now, we need to watch this last possession because this was just a bad beat. Another bad beat. So, let's turn off the music and let's watch these free throws by Santi Aldama. Because this was just bad. So look, Memphis up by 1. We got 2 free throws from Aldama. Just need to make one. Just need to make one to cover. He's like 71% from the line. This is a bad beat. 72%. Come on, Santi.
Give yourself a chance. Aldama's going to miss this one, though. Because we need a little drama. We need a little chicken for the crowd.
Damn, the announcers are like he's going to miss that one. Come on, 1 to cover. 1 and we get the cover. No! And then no timeout. Good move by Orlando going against a defense that isn't set. Banchero. Great defense by Memphis. That would have been a great cover by Memphis. They were down for lots for like the majority of this game. They were down, so bad beat there. Let's get into these games here. So first we have the Suns in Chicago. Let me just get back to the right screen. Suns in Chicago. Both bottom 10 teams against the spread. Suns' worst team against the spread. Line opened at -4.5. Has moved around a little bit. -3. Back to -4.5. Projections have this at Suns -2.8. So slight edge here for the Bulls. Look, nothing from me spread-wise. I'd lean the Suns, but projections say Bulls. I just don't know how you can bet on the Suns to cover how can you lay points with the Suns at all at the moment? You need to see them prove it a bit. Total opened at 238.5, moved up to 239. Both teams are bottom 10 over teams. Bulls are pace up, Suns are pace down. Projections at 239.5, so not much here yet. Suns overs are a thing when they're on the road, going 18-10 to the overs. Away favorite, they're 11-4 to the over. So two things pointing over. However, I'm not playing the over. Like, both teams come into this on heavy losing streaks. You'd think they'd have to start playing a bit of defense. Nothing from me here. Let's move on. Moving on to the Nets in Philly. A bit of a revenge spot, if you can call it that. It is the Nets. Nets did beat Philly last time, just before the break. However, the Nets' big three, the Sixers' big three weren't playing. Nets are 10th best against the spread. Philly, second worst team against the spread. Opened at Philly -8.5. Now seen some sharp movement up to 10.5. My projections got this at Philly -1.3, so a big edge there towards the Nets. Look, no bet for me here. I'm not going to fade the sharp action. Look, I'd certainly lean Nets 10.5, but look, you can't trust the Sixers to cover that sort of number, but I am not going to fade the market on this. Maybe I'll look into it a bit later, but nothing from me yet. Philly with Maxey have beaten the Nets by 15 and 30 this season, so Let's move on to the total. Total opened at 212.5, went up to 214, now at 213. Projected total is 223.3, so 10 points of a difference there, well ahead of the current line. Nets are a bottom 3 over team, worst pace in the league. Philly are a top 10 over team. Philly in equal rest spots, 20 and 13 to the over. They are also 20 and 14 after a loss to the over. Nets unders have been a thing this whole season. However, one thing I do like is they get up threes, ranking 7th in the league. All three of these teams' matchups, the Nets have gotten up at least 43s, which is what you like to see. Philly are 27th in giving up opponent three-point attempts. Look, I'm taking the over. I took the over at 213.5 for 2 units. You can get a 213 at the moment. I still, obviously still like that. It's a tough board to bet. This is one of my favorite spots on the board, and it is something that I've played for 2 units. Take the over. Moving on to the best game on the card. Best game on the card is Lakers in Denver. Going to be a fun one to watch. We know Jokic owns LeBron. Line opened at Nuggets -6.5, now to 7. Projections have this at Nuggets -4. I'm fading my projections here. Look, I'm taking the Nuggets -6.5. Played it for 2 units. I'm looking for spots to fade the Lakers. Lakers are 2-7 straight up on the road against top 10 teams. The point differential is -7.5. They need time to figure out Luka LeBron. I don't see how the Lakers are going to stop teams, especially high-paced teams, top 5 offenses. That's exactly who the Nuggets are. Nuggets are 2nd in the league in transition frequency. Lakers are bottom 10 in the league in terms of giving up transition opportunities, and they are 3rd last in opponent efficiency in transition. Nuggets are going to eat them alive in transition. 14-8 against the spread as home favorites. I'm taking the Nuggets -6.5 for 2 units. I would also take the -7 as well. Look, total wise, opened at 239.5, up to 241. So seen some movement there. Projections do like the over 244.9. I'm personally not I'm not going to play the over here. I'd certainly lean it, but just need some more time to see how Luka does impact the Lakers' pace. This is certainly the highest total that these two teams have had. Last time out, Nuggets beat the Lakers by 25. Total score finished at 229. Look, certainly lean the total. You might even want to look at Nuggets team total instead of the Lakers, instead of the total combined total. For me, just taking the spread here, let's go Nuggets -6.5. Moving on to the Houston Rockets in Utah. Houston coming in off a back-to-back. Line open at -8.5. Now we see it at Rockets -7.5. So seen some sharp action towards the Jazz. Rockets coming into this game off a big win against Minnesota. That was certainly an emotional game. They've had some heated battles this entire season. Projections have this at Rockets -9.7. Look, this Jazz team, they're going to be a really tough team to bet on any of their games in the second half of the season. They are just liable to sit their entire team. Nothing for me against this. Nothing for me against the spread. This could be a Houston letdown spot. The market certainly seems to agree. However, the Jazz, they're just liable to sit the whole team. Nothing for me there. Total is opening at 229. It did go down to 227, back up to 229 now. Projected at 233. Jazz. Top 10 over team. How have the Rockets totals been with no rest? 3-9 to the under with no rest for Houston. Look, yeah, uh, not much from me here on the total. We do know that the Jazz, they certainly like to get threes up. They're top 5 or so in terms of 3-point shot frequency. Rockets are also top 5 in terms of limiting opponent 3-point attempts. Let's have a look at some of these previous matchups. Let's see how the lines have moved. Give me one moment. Let's see how the line. These teams haven't even played this season. Look, not touching anything here. I'm not gonna have many bets on Jazz games for the rest of the season. I just haven't got a great feel for this team. Let's just move on to the last game. We have the Charlotte Hornets in Portland. Line open at Blazers -5.5 is now at Blazers -4.5. So seen some action towards Charlotte. Portland is certainly a team I want to fade in this final stretch of the season. I do think they're going to come back down to earth. They certainly want to improve the capture the flag ranking. Both teams are top 10 against the spread, bottom 10 to the over, bottom 10-ish pace teams, projections, no edges there. Look, I'm going to be looking out for spots to fade the Blazers. However, this just ain't it. However, I would lean Hornets given the market direction, but nothing from me here spread wise. I want to fade the Portland Trailblazers when they're playing a better team. Maybe if they are like a pick'em against like the Kings or they're not going to play the Magic again, but like the Heat or just some middling team, whether it's like a pick'em at home, I want to take that other team, but this just ain't the spot. We have seen the total move up a little bit. I believe it opened at 219.5. I have to double check that, but look, nothing from me here on the total or the spread. Let's move on to our best bets. We only have 2. Like I said, this is a tough slate to play. We have Nets at Sixers over 213.5. You can probably get a 213. Definitely play that. That's something that the projections do like. Nets get up a lot of threes. Sixers give up a lot of threes. And also, who's going to guard Embiid this game? He should have a big game. So should Maxey. Also, like Denver -6.5 against the Lakers. Denver destroyed the Lakers earlier in the season. Jokic owns LeBron. Now he doesn't have to worry about AD. Take the Nuggets. Even at 7.5, I like that. That's all from me. It is a tough slate to bet. Certainly keep no more than 1 or 2 bets today. Like not much on the board here. It is a pretty gross slate. Till next time, let's get the book salty.